Hey guys, I am going to help a lot today with Clue 3. This assignment is called reducing fractions, which technically that's not a third grade skill. You're going to learn that in fourth grade, but you're pretty much a fourth grader now since it's the end of the year. So let me help you, let me show you what does reducing fractions mean for today's assignment. So like I said, I'm going to help. I'm going to do most of these with you. If you start seeing me do a couple of them and you're like, oh, I got this, I don't need Miss Stevenson's help, then you could stop the video and finish it yourself. But again, I'm going to do my best to help solve most of these. Well, when you need to reduce the fractions to their lowest terms, you'll see that in the instruction. Reducing fractions basically means to simplify the fractions. You're not changing the value of the fractions. You're just you're making the numerator and denominator, you want to make them as small as they can be. And when you reduce fractions, you're basically you're going to use some division. So let me show you what that looks like. Okay. For example, we'll start with something like 2/6. Okay, 2/6, which is a very easier one to reduce. So basically, before I show you how to reduce this fraction in your assignment, you will have a grid like this. And so it says, in the grid below, you will find a number of public statements that the police collected. However, unfortunately, only one of them is revealing the correct clue. So one of these public statements, which you'll see on your paper in Zoom, it'll be easier for you to read, there's going to be one of these statements left. After you solve all of these fractions and you're reducing these fractions, you're going to have one statement in the grid that's left, and that one statement that's left will reveal the correct clue. Okay? So let's see. We're going to reduce the fractions to their lowest terms in the list at the bottom of the page, and then look for your answers in the statement boxes, and we're going to cross out each box that matches our answers. So let's just go ahead and begin. So when I reduce 2/6, I want you to think of a number. Look at the numerator 2 and the denominator 6. Think of a number that can be divided equally into the numerator and denominator. Well, when I think of 2 and 6, I know for sure we can use the number 2 because look, 2 can be divided into 2 and 2 can be divided into 6. So let's divide by 2, the numerator and denominator. So 2 divided by 2 equals 1. 6 divided by 2 equals what? You can use your multiplication facts to help you. 2, 4, 6. 3, right? Because 2 times 3 is 6, so 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 2/6, to reduce 2/6 is 1/3. And 1/3 is reduced. You know the fraction is reduced when the number 1 is the only number that can be divided equally into the numerator and denominator. So 1/3 is the reduced fraction. I'm going to look at my box at the grid, and you're going to find where 1/3 is, and it's right here. This box down here, the statement says, the gremlins must be hiding in a small place because they like confined spaces. I'm not going to read all of them today. You guys can read all those. So we're going to cross out 1/3 in that statement. So that's not going to be our correct clue. All right, let's look at the next one, 2/4. We're going to reduce 2/4. Same. Look at 2/4. What number can be divided equally into the numerator and denominator? Well, I know 2 can. 2 can be divided by 2, the same number, and 4 can be divided by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is 1, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. So 1/2 is the simplified fraction. Find 1/2 on my paper, and it's right here. So you would cross out that part. You would look for 1/2 and cross out that public statement. All right, let's do this together. Make sure you can pause the video a lot as I'm working these two so you can write them down too. The next one is 2/4. Let's simplify, or we can say break down 2/10 into its smallest form. All right, so think of what number can be divided equally? 2's. And if you look, you could skip count by 2's to help you, and you know that 2 can be divided into 10. So let's look. 2 divided by 2, a lot of these you can divide the numerator and denominator by 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. Remember, any number divided by the same number equals 1. 10 divided by 2 is 5. So 1/5 is the reduced fraction for 2/10. Let's look at for 1/5 on your paper. Where is it? Oh, it's up here at the top. 1/3. We're going to cross out that box. All right. Let's do some more. 4/6. And I'm getting these fractions, y'all, below at the bottom, below, under the grid. So 4/6. All right, what number can be divided equally into the numerator and denominator? Can 4? Well, 4 can be divided by 4, but 6 will not be divided by 4. You can't do that. What about 2? These two numbers are even, so let's divide by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2, and 6 divided by 2 is what? 3. So 2/3 is the simplified fraction. Let's find 2/3 on this grid, and it's down here. 2/3. See that fraction in the box with the statement? We would mark that out. Because remember, after we solve all of these problems, we're going to have one statement that's left. Let's do 2/8. Let's reduce 2/8. All right. So we're going to divide the numerator and denominator. Let's divide by 2. Since they're both even numbers, 2 and 8. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 2, 4, 6, 8. 4. So 1/4 is the reduced fraction. I'm going to find 1/4 on here, and it's right here. So cross out this statement. Okay, let's do 7/9. 7/9. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and let you know that 7/9 is already reduced. It's already in its simplified form, okay? Because there's not a number that can be divided equally in the numerator and the denominator. 2, no. 3 cannot go into 7. 3 can go into 9, but not 7. Let's look at 4. We can't divide by 4. There's no answer. 7 divided by 4, no. 9 divided by 4, 5. 5 will not be divided into those numbers. 6, no. So the only number that can be divided equally in the numerator and denominator is a 1. And that is how, and 7 divided by 1 is 7. 9 divided by 1 is 9. So it's already simplified, so what you would do is find 7/9 in your grid, and it's the first box, so you would mark that off. Okay? So let's do another. I want to show you another fraction that is already simplified. I saw it earlier. We might have to come back to it. Oh, yep, it's 3/10. Look at 3/10. 3/10 is one of the fractions. There is not a number that will be divided equally into both of these numbers. Now, if this 3 was a 2, then it could be, because you can, 10 divided by 2 is what? 10 divided by 2 is 5. But 3 will not go into 10, and 10 will definitely not go into 3. So 3/10 is already simplified, so we would find 3/10 on this grid. It's right here, so I would cross 3/10 off. All right, I'm going to do a couple more because I think you guys can do it. Actually, I know you can. Ooh, look at 10/70ths. 10/70ths. Well, can 10 go into 70? Yeah, you can skip. It's a multiple of 10, so you can skip count. So let's divide the numerator and denominator by 10. What's 10 divided by 10? Any number divided by the same number is 1. And 70 divided by 70 divided by 10 is what? You can think 10 times what equals 70? 7, right. So I would find 1/7 on my paper, and it's right here. You know what? I'm going to do one more because I think I want you guys to still practice. How about we'll do 10/12. All right, 10/12. Those are both even numbers, so let's just divide by 2. 2 is always a good starting point. All right, 10 divided by 2 is 5. And 12 divided by 2 is 6. 5/6 is the simplified fraction for 10/12. I would find 5/6 on here, and it's right here. Okay, so looks like you guys have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more problems to do. You got this. 5 problems to do. You know what? I will do some more, but if you are ready to do some problems without me, you could stop the video. Let me do some more. Because I feel bad. We really didn't go over this skill this year. How about, let's do, ooh, 6/15 is a good one. All right, 6/15. Now, think of a number that can be divided equally into the numerator and denominator. Well, I know 6 can be divided by 6, but 6 cannot be divided into 15. But what about 3? Let's divide the numerator and denominator by 3. All right, what's 6 divided by 3? 2, because 3 times 2 is 6. And what's 15 divided by 3? 3 times what equals 15? 5. Because 3 times 5 is 15. So 2/5 is the simplified fraction for 6/15. And where do I see 3/5? No, excuse me, 2/5. Oh, it's right here at the top. 2/5. Okay. Let me do another one. Which one did I not do? Now, I think I just skipped around. Let's do 10/12. I don't think we did that one. All right, 10/12, or did we? I'm sorry, I totally forgot where we are. All right, let's divide. We did that one, excuse me. So let's do 6/8. Did we do? I'm lost. 6/8. Let's divide by 2. The numerator and denominator. 6 divided by 2 is 3. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. 3/4. Where's 3/4? Oh, right here. So we're going to cross off 3/4. And let's see. We haven't done 12/14. Let's see. Let's divide by 2 since these are both even numbers. So remember, whatever you decide, you got to do it to the top and the bottom number, the numerator and denominator. 12 divided by 2 is 6. What's 14 divided by 2? 7. So 6/7. Where do we see 6/7? Oh, at the very top. Okay? And looks like we'll do one more, and then I pretty much did all of these problems. 636. Well, look at this one, guys. 6 can be divided by its own number, and 6 can go into 36. So 6 divided by 6 is 1. 36 divided by 6 is 6. 1 6. Where is that? Right here. Okay, so I pretty much did all of these problems. Most of the problems, you have two little statements left. You have to work the last two problems out to determine which one are we going to mark off. The one that is left, boys and girls, is your clue. Okay? So it's either I saw this medium place that would be great for hiding all of the items they took, or would it be my aunt said that she spoke to a man who said that he saw a bunch of gremlins running with the graduation items west of Manhattan. So which one would be our clue for clue 3?